For KDSJ Local Sports and KDSJ-TV, Clayson Davis reporting here at the National High School Rodeo Association's banquet here in Deadwood, here at the Lodge in Deadwood. I'm now joined by President Dale Christensen, a native South Dakotan as well, and thank you for taking time with KDSJ-TV. Again, president at the national level, you have a bunch of contestants and people here from all over the country. How does it feel to get everyone from all 50 states here in South Dakota?
It's great, and I think to be clear, we got 45 states or 40 states, but we've also got 5 different countries here. Constantino's here from Guatemala. First time they've been here, but 360 people signed up for this event. It's one of the largest ones, and they love the city of Deadwood, and it's great to have them here in our great state.
Has there been any pressing issues that you've had to deal with this banquet?
Well, the main thing that's come out now is the last administration put in the Horse Protection Act, that came up through the administrative state, and so we've been dealing with what we're going to try to do as far as the horse industry and the Western industry and our rodeo industry to kind of keep that quelled, keep it down, and they're coming after our lifestyle. So we've been talking about that a lot. We do a lot of planning for our next high school finals, a big budget. We have a $13 million budget, and it takes $4.5 million to put on 2 finals rodeos. So there's a lot of things to do here at this meeting.
And what all do you need to do before everyone heads to Rock Springs this summer?
Well, we've outgrown Rock Springs, and they just told us that, and we knew that. We were there 6-8 years ago, but now we got 400 more kids than we did back then. But we make it work. We have a great rodeo. Camping gets a little tight, and stall issues every once in a while, but we just prepare for that. We talk about our stock, setting up different facilities. What can we do to improve on last year, and mostly trying to talk to the kids and what they need to do to become leaders in the future, and that's where it really shines out there.
On a state level, you guys don't get going until the spring, but of course you have the 20X Showcase coming up in Rapid City. What are you looking forward to seeing from some local South Dakota kids in Rapid City next week?
Well, it's a great rodeo. Steve Sutton's do a great job for us, and it's a blast to see the kids in the middle of the winter here. And of course, in our state, a lot of them are wrestling, playing basketball, and doing other sports, and we're happy for that. But
and finally, what are you looking forward to seeing from the kids when the rodeos do start up this spring?
It's always great to see them all, and we've got as tough a team as there is anywhere in the nation. And they're competitors, and they're athletes. You look at our rodeo team, or you look at the kids at the state finals, and you look at the kids competing in the state tournament, they're all the same. I mean, these kids are athletes, and they're competitors, and they're mentally tough, and they're brilliant. So it's great to see them at the rodeos in spring, and they just keep excelling as we move along to the next level.
And back here in Deadwood with the National High School Rodeo Association banquet, I am now joined by Auburn. And Auburn, where do you call home, and what is your role within the association?
Hi, I'm Auburn, and I call Hattiesburg, Mississippi my home.
Auburn, and you're from Mississippi. SEC makes no sense sometimes. But again, talk about your role in the association and what all do you do on a yearly basis?
So my role in the NHSRA is I'm the student secretary, and my role involves helping all the other contestants as well as I can and to better the association through my term from July all the way until the next July. It's a full year term, and I try to promote the sponsors and try to just promote everything the NHSRA stands for.
And what events do you get to do in the state of Mississippi?
I compete in the pole bending, barrel racing, breakaway roping, rein cow horse, cutting, and the light rifle shooting.
You just need a few bareback and saddle bronc rides, and then you wrap up the all-around each year.
If I could, I would.
Talk about your favorite part of being here in Deadwood, and is this your first time visiting the state of South Dakota?
This is my second time visiting South Dakota at the National Finals Rodeo. I came here in the summertime, but this is my first time meeting Deadwood in the wintertime.
Just talk about what do you think of the town of Deadwood, and also, have you dealt with much snow back down in the south?
Actually, right before I left was probably the first time in about 10 years that it has snowed in Mississippi, and I missed it, being up here in Deadwood, but in my opinion, Deadwood snow is a lot prettier than Mississippi snow.
Awesome. And finally, what are you looking forward to when it comes to competing in the high school level? Does Mississippi have any more rodeos that they have to do? And if they do, what are you looking forward to in competing?
The Mississippi State has a few associations. They also compete in one association that has some other states involved. My main association is the NHSRA, and it is the MHSRA for Mississippi, and that is my main association, and that's the main one that I look forward to every year.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining KDSJ-TV, and safe travels back to Mississippi, and looking forward to hearing your name at the National High School Rodeo Finals in Rock Springs.
So you're going to learn a lesson here. If you can't figure out how to stay self-motivated and get your job done, then I am going to give you a job. So the job that he gave us was to pick rock and dig fence post holes. And in that country, it was rather tough. So through picking rock and digging fence post holes, I learned real quick that I was going to stay self-motivated. And in the blink of an eye, my world was changed, my life was changed, right? So that's what, we're 6.5 years since the wreck happened. I've always had a faith in the Lord, and I always put my faith and trust in God. So at the moment when that happened, I'm sure fear was overwhelming me. There's probably doubts and some of those things, but I always knew that the Lord would make good come from this situation also. And I think the leadership quality, I'm not telling you these things to brag or boast. I'm telling you these things because I think leaders have resilience. No matter what life throws at them, leaders figure out a way to persevere.